can't sign them tonight. I have a meeting with the bank tomorrow.
What can you sign?
Because I have questions I have to ask.
For what?
It has to do with other accounts there. So.
But you already said you would be on the account.
I did say I'd be on the account. As soon as they answer my questions, I don't have a problem.
We moved down one.
Was that?
We're missing a chair.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Jay.
Fine.
Sorry, Jake.
She's doing okay.
Can you help?
You're not gonna be able to block the aisle, Mike. You're gonna have to hold that in your hand.
Somebody's coming through the door, so, and I'm not blocking any aisles.
Mike, you're blocking the aisle. You can't
Am I
block
blocking
the
this aisle,
aisle.
sir? Does it look like I am blocking this aisle?
No, you're blocking the aisle, see? You're gonna
Larry
have to
got
hold
through there,
that.
no problem, didn't he?
Just hold the camera with your hand today.
I will, right here.
Why do you have to be a pain in my butt? Just hold
Why
it.
do you have to be a pain in the butt?
You're blocking the aisle.
Yeah, I'm not blocking your aisle no more. Thank you, man.
Mark Bushman, is that how you say your last name?
Russman.
Russman, okay, wasn't sure, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Anyway, is he related to you?
Yes, he is, he'd be my second cousin, I believe.
Oh, okay. Because he sent me, I was wanting to get porches, on my, he sent me a bed, and I assumed he was related, but
Yeah.
you know, never assume.
Like seven or something like that.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Well, it's bad out, the allergies and the pollen and asthma. Yeah. Jake, should we turn one of those fans off? Can you hear us?
It's 7 o'clock. I'll call the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Would you like to do roll call, please?
Richard Carter,
Here.
Max Russman, Laverna Chambers,
Here.
Jake Russman,
Here.
Becca Bailey,
Here.
Julie Stein is absent, Mayor McKinley, Larry Stein, and I'm here.
Stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, approval of the minutes from April's special meeting. A motion and a second for that, please.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes for the April special meeting as listed.
Second.
I will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Richard Carter,
Yes.
Max Russman,
Yes.
Laverna Chambers,
No.
Jake Russman,
Yes.
Becca Bailey,
Yes.
Julie Stein is absent. Motion carried.
Motion carried. Approval of the minutes from, there, come on in. Approval of the minutes from the April regular meeting. Motion to accept. Would you like a chair, Leo?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure? I can just, we got one right over here.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
I move that we accept the minutes as submitted.
I got a second for that? Thanks, Max. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Richard Carter,
Yes.
Max Russman,
Yes.
Laverna Chambers,
No.
Jake Russman,
Yes.
Becca Bailey,
Yes.
Julie Stein is absent.
Motion carried. Financial reports, approval of bills payable from May. You guys have that packet? Need a motion to accept those?
There's a revised April from since we voided them as well. in there. But that's just for the records.
I think we have any more chairs, Mr. Russell.
It's all right, I'm good.
Sorry. There's not one stuck back in that corner there, is there?
Oh, it's all right.
Pull that out.
I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable for May 2018 as listed.
Thank you. How about a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Richard Carter,
Yes.
Max Russman,
Yes.
Laverna Chambers,
No.
Jake Russman,
Yes.
Becca Bailey,
Yes.
Julie Stein is absent.
All right, approval of the financial report from April. Larry, you want to talk about that, please?
Nothing really outstanding, different about it. Just, we got all of the, our, payables from the state, so, next month I'll bring in a completed budget or completed, report of, 2017-18 report with all the expenses and everything on it. We'll have everything plugged into it there that we didn't have when we worked the budget.
Motion to accept those.
I make a motion to approve the financial report from April as stated.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Richard Carter,
Yes.
Max Russman,
Yes.
Laverna Chambers,
Yes.
Jake Russman,
Yes.
Becca Bailey,
Yes.
Julie is absent.
Motion carried. Public comment.
Yeah, I noticed you finished mowing, or started mowing.
Hold on one second. You missed one.
I'm sorry, Jake.
Budget.
Oh, I'm sorry. Approval of the budget ordinance for 2018-6. I'm sorry. So in the back, Jim's, somewhere in your packet, Jim has prepared the ordinance to accept the budget that we passed last month. We just need to accept that. Need a motion?
I make a motion to accept the budget for the fiscal year 2018-2019.
A second, please.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Discussion.
Discussion. Roll call.
Richard Carter,
Yes.
Max Russman,
Yes.
Laverna Chambers,
Yes.
Jake Russman,
Yes.
Becca Bailey,
Yes.
Julie Stein, absent.
Carried. Public comment.
Yeah, you started mowing the ditch line, like knowing you're gonna finish it, and when you're gonna clean up that mess you created. It appears to me you're starting your own little public debris pile there, and if that's the case, I'll start throwing my stuff on it. Secondly, you still haven't hired the second maintenance man, and I'd like to know why. And you're the only one that can answer that question, so don't sit there and ignore it.
Any other public comments?
You know, you're borderline on official misconduct, Donnie. I am asking you plain and simple. You are violating an ordinance that you agreed to on maintaining right-of-way, and all you've done is create a mess of it. I have to go to my mailbox and fight the mosquitoes and gnats and everything else that crawls into my papers and my mailbox because you won't do your duty. Like everybody else seems to do, except for you and some of your family members. And I want to know why. And if this board ain't got the guts to ask you why and stand up to you, then they're just as guilty than you, as you are.
Any other public comments?
May I comment? Is it my turn?
We have you on the agenda, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a special place for you guys.
Thank you. It's just, I saw here under public comments, so I'll take
Yeah, we'll get you guys coming up.
care of that. Thank you.
All right, let's move on to our special guest. We have the present owner of the Capitavana and the
Just before we go there, did you want to go through the report from village officers first?
well, let's let these guys go, and then if they want to leave,
Follow the agenda.
yeah, if they want to leave, they can
We
leave.
need to follow the agenda, I believe.
Okay.
Because
We'll
that's
do it.
down to you. That would take 30 seconds just to go through that. Just go through the report real quick.
All right, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Let's go through the reports. As a report,
Nothing other than I might have to fly out of here soon. Cause my alarm just went off. We have a severe thunderstorm coming.
Oh, my, I can see that.
I'm the estimate, so I need to go take things. Other than that, no.
Nothing for the maintenance report, village treasurer,
Nothing.
village clerk,
Nothing.
nothing for the mayor. Other than, we're gonna be re-keying the doors, because we have a lot of extra keys out that haven't been turned back in, so we're gonna re-key, the shed doors and the village hall doors. Other than that, that's about it. So, items for consideration, possible action, the Captain Cabana owners, present and future, possibly, are here tonight, and they would like to, talk to us for a minute.
Yes. My name is Leo Dontos, and I know some of you over the years, and I'm honored to be here. You know, I've been a part of this community for many years, mainly quiet partner of the community, but I hope I've been a good neighbor. I hope that it's been a good partnership, working relationship for both of us. I've known some of you actually from when you were young, just like I was when I started here. I've been here for about 20 years. I've been negotiating with Eric Langen for the purchase and sale of Captain Cabana. I'm doing it not necessarily because I want to. I'm doing it primarily because I've got some health issues that I need to address, and frankly, I have a wife and 2 kids that we don't have much success in surgery. My dad died shortly after surgery. My aunt and my uncle both died on the operating table, all involving heart issues. So it's because of those reasons that most recent diagnosis that I feel that it's one of those things that I had to act on. I've had an opportunity, very candidly, to sell before. And very candidly, for a lot more money. But I did not feel that they were the right people for the community. I've had a chance to spend some time with Eric and with some of Eric's partners, his lawyers, his brokers. And Eric has a vast background in business. He's the CEO of a company that's sold on the NASDAQ. May I say that? Is that okay? He is quite a gentleman, a very decent guy that I've gotten to know and frankly admire. And I felt that he would make a good partner for the community, and frankly, with the resources that a company like his has, they can afford to invest substantially more in the community. And Eric and I have had these discussions before, and along with the other people that work for him. And I think that they are the kind of people who will be doing so with your permission and approval. And with that in mind, I'd like to hand it over to Eric and have him take over.
Thank you. As Lee was saying, we're publicly traded on the NASDAQ. In fact, we're one of the oldest publicly traded companies. We've been public since 1995. I took over the company in 1998 through a merger of my company into a public company, and then took over as CEO and chairman of the board in 1999. At the time, we had 6 locations doing a little over $11 million. This fiscal year, we'll do about $165 million. This is actually a small location for us, but we like the area here with the proximity to Bloomington Normal. We've been moving into Illinois with recent purchases in the St. Louis area, in Washington Park, Illinois, and Centerville, Illinois. And we are currently looking at some locations in Chicago. So we use a regional management system as well as local general manager. And then we have oversight operations directors that oversee our regional management. So we have a lot of oversight on our properties, but we will rely on our general manager. Our general manager will probably come to most of these meetings. We have meetings just to set in, so you'll have direct access. We also have an open door policy, so we will give you direct contact with Scott in Houston. You'll be able to call if there's any issues or any problems. Feel free to call. You'll have my cell phone number. You can call me direct. If you don't want to go through Scott, you want to talk to me direct, you can call me directly. That's the way we've always done business, and no matter how big we get, that's the way I continue to do business. Because I believe, like Leo said, it's a partnership, and we're a neighbor, and we want to make sure we're a good neighbor. And so if there's any issues, we want to address them head on and fix them for you before they become a problem for the community.
If I could add one other thing, one of the things that attracted me about Eric more than anybody else, and I have been, I suppose, solicited by companies equally as same or similar size. The difference for me, which I think is a key factor, is that Eric has local presence. He's from the community. He's from the area.
Yeah, I have a lake house. My grandparents lived up here. My grandpa built this house 55 years ago. He's passed away, and my grandma's 84 now. She still lives up here. So we come up for the summer in McNabb, Illinois, about 44 miles from here. But I was born and raised in Peoria, in Farmington, until I was 13, and moved down to Texas, not by choice, because I was a basketball player. And in Texas, they don't know what basketball is. Until this year, when the Rockets are teaching them. But as far as the high school level, everything's football. And so it was experience for me. But, overall, like I said, we try to do the right things. We're available if you need us. So I don't want to think of us as an absentee element. We're not an absentee element. We're very hands-on on all of our operations. To give you an idea, even as big as we are, I still approve every single accounts payable check that goes out. It's all through computer systems now, and I can just send a reply to actually have the checks cut. I don't have to handwrite them anymore, but I have my pulse on everything. So I will see all financials. Also, we're publicly traded, so we're audited. So all of our financials are audited. Our auditors will come up here probably twice a year, go through different things, through cash counts, through system operations and whatnot, to verify that everything we're doing is on the up and up. We pay 100% of our taxes. We pay all of our stuff on time. We got about 25. Been too many years now. I can't even do it in my head anymore. But going on 25-year record of that. So, and all of our information is available at the SEC's website. So if you want to look through our 10Ks, our annual financial statements, or our quarterly financial statements, it's all available on the internet at sec.gov.
What is the name of your company? You didn't say the name.
Oh, I'm sorry. RCI Hospitality Holdings is the parent company.
Okay.
The local corporation, we run everything under single purpose corporations. RCI Dining Services Capital. So RCI Dining Services Capital will be the actual legal owner of the club, and then RCI Hospitality Holdings will be the owner of RCI Dining Services Capital. That's how we structure everything. And the land will be owned in our land holding company, which is RCI Holdings. And we probably own 90 pieces of real estate around the country. Most we operate in, and some that we lease to other operators that we like, or we know will do the right things. So that's how we get a lot of the bad operators out of this. We grow through acquisition because of all the ordinances. You're aware. It's very difficult to open new locations. So basically nowadays, 99% of our growth is through acquisition, and the rest is through our restaurant chain that we recently started about 5 years ago. So we're starting into the restaurant business as well. Anyone else have any other questions? We'll be happy to answer them. Like I said, we'll make sure you have email, phone numbers, everything. I think most of it's on the applications. Make it very easy to access this.
Can the public ask you a question? Since you're a special guest. As restaurant, are you thinking of having like a family-oriented restaurant here?
I don't know. I haven't looked at I haven't been into the restaurant facility to actually see. I know they had a grill. I looked at it with Leo. I don't know. It's been a while, so I don't recollect 100%. Bringing families or kids to that property, probably not a great idea. Not typically what we would do, just because of the way that property's set up. But we were talking tonight, actually, about if we went with we have an Italian theme type deal we do, where we would do pickup or delivery for the local community. And that's what we were talking about tonight, is saying, if we did pizzas and pastas and whatnot, it'd be very simple to do. Either, hire a delivery driver or have a pickup window at the place. So that's something we talked about tonight as well.
Originally, when they opened it up, they discussed having like a double door system where family
Yeah,
oriented.
the problem is I just don't like kids, I don't like kids around where people drink. You know what I mean? It's asking for trouble. You know, unless it's a restaurant. You know, where people are coming to have a beer with their burger or something, that's one thing, but where people are coming to drink and party
Yeah,
and
we had
we
three
have to send
there.
them home in an Uber, that's a little different to have children on.
We had 3 bar restaurants here that were
Yeah.
family oriented, and they never had no problems.
Yeah.
I have another question,
sorry.
simply because I'm friends with some of the police officers. Are you keeping any of Mr. Gantos's employees?
In the beginning, yes. We're gonna bring our vice president of operations will be coming up here. If everything, I think we're trying to close on Friday morning, Thursday night, basically wired FedEx. That's the hope, if it all works out that way, or in the near future. He will come up in the beginning. We do have someone who's been living in Orlando, whose family lives about an hour north of here, just south of Chicago, and he's wanting to move back to this market, in this area, so he can be close to his family. But my director of operations has not signed off on him yet, so I don't know for sure. We've been negotiating for probably a year and a half, so until we close, I haven't gone, we haven't pushed everything through, but we've done it twice where we thought we were gonna get it done, so we got ahead of ourselves, and this time I haven't got ahead of myself. I've waited to we said, look, we're just gonna bring one of our, our second guy in command, basically, up here to operate in the beginning and get a feel for the market and get a feel for, exactly, the drive up here from Bloomington, the normal type deal, making sure that we have proper, and what we did find, there is Uber here, because we were worried about that. Because we're one of the few locations, I would rather take a case of wrongful imprisonment from a customer who's got intoxicated that we detain versus having to talk to some mother or family who's had someone hit by a drunk driver. Been in this business for a long, long time, and no one's perfect, no one can guarantee everything, especially, that's why I like the later hours. Most of our clubs, here we sell liquor till 4, so it will be difficult, but one of the things I'll probably come to you guys in the future and talk about is being able to stay open later without liquor. And what happens is people come in, they slam drinks at the end of the night. We try to stop it, we watch it, we monitor as best we can, but it does still happen sometimes. What happens, they leave our place, they walk past our guards, they walk past our people, they're not drunk. But it's a 20-minute drive home, or 15, 20-minute drive home. And those last shots start adding up, and it's because they're, instead of going down like they're supposed to be, they're going up in alcohol content. And so we keep a lot of our clubs open an extra hour at night, so we stop serving, and then we can monitor and watch, because the people that are power drinking are going to sit back down, they're not leaving, they don't want to leave. But what happens, they power drink, we have to throw them out, it becomes a problem. And so we'll watch that. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll stop serving, we'll turn off the music, or we'll turn the music down low and just do like a 30-minute cool-off period, if we can. I don't know, I've looked at this, it says open till 4 a.m., but it doesn't really say when we have to have everyone out of the building, so that'll be one of my questions as we actually get there. When do we have to have everyone out of the building by? A lot of places have 15 minutes, some places have 30 minutes. It just depends on what you guys will allow us to do, and we will, like I said, we monitor. I have kids. I have 5 kids. My oldest daughter's 30. My youngest is 9. And I don't, like I said, I never want to sit across at a mediation and watch a video and watch parents cry as they show me pictures of kids. It's just, so drunk driving is a big, big deal for us.
Eric hit on an interesting point. We have been talking back and forth for a year and a half. And I think Eric will tell you that we even decided that we're not going to go through with it at one point.
Right.
It wasn't until the recent changes in my diagnosis that led up to me then contacting him and say, I think I need to do this now. So,
I have one question,
Yes.
excuse me. Do you do any type of background check on your games?
On the entertainers?
Yeah.
Sometimes we do. I don't know what's available in the state of Illinois. I know we use a national. The problem are, to be honest with you, unless they have, really, really bad records, most of them got some kind of deferred on their first cases and stuff, and so it doesn't help a whole lot. But we know from talking to girls really quickly and just watching interactions, what the deal is. If girls come and go, they're gone. We're not having girls come here to leave with customers or go home with customers. That's not how we operate at all. We're in the entertainment business purely. We don't condone any other, we have zero policy for drugs. We will do locker searches. They have to sign stuff. We do have the right to do drug testing. Everyone has to sign drug testing agreements as part of their employment with us. And randomly, if we suspect, we'll come in and administer. Nice thing nowadays, you can buy the test for about $35 for, most, the hardest problem we've had is prescriptions. Because legally, we can't terminate them if they have a prescription, even if they're taking opiates, we can't. So we basically have to wait till they mess up and then find a way to terminate them. We're on top of all of the labor laws, all of the, as big as we are the target. We've had several lawsuits. 2009, we started a class action lawsuit in New York City that cost us about $11.3 million. And so we are very on top of all the latest rules and laws, and so we monitor everything to, I think, to an extreme if we can. And we use the best practices on and everything, and it evolves. So everybody says, well, what's the best practice? Well, I can tell you what it is today, but the courts are still doing a lot of rulings on these, and the Supreme Court, the big case has not been ruled yet on this class action stuff. So at some point, the entertainers may actually become employees. Then we have a lot more control. So we're kind of looking at that model right now on a nationwide basis. We're testing it in 2 markets right now: Phoenix, Arizona, and in Minneapolis, Minnesota. An employee model that we'd like to take nationwide at some point.
And you said your corporate headquarters is Houston?
We're based in Houston. Yeah, that's where my kids live, so that's where I live. I do travel extensively. I fly back home tonight, hopefully if the weather doesn't get me. I fly to Dallas in the morning, then I'm in Minneapolis at 11:30. I have meetings from 1 to 5 and a dinner with people up there. Then I'm flying that evening to Chicago. I have investment meetings all day long in Chicago. Then I'm back home Wednesday night, and then Friday probably back up here for a week. So, a lot of travel.
My husband's working in Houston right now. I feel your pain.
Well, everybody's working in Houston right now. That's the good news. It is an unbelievable booming market right
No, he's doing a project for Harris County. So
Okay.
He works for government.
Great.
I just have a quick question. Are you keeping your video games? The gaming?
We hope to. What's the approval on that? I mean, know where we're at?
Once we complete the sale, they'll be shut down, and then we have to get reapproved.
Okay, and if you get approved, are you gonna expand that or do like a parlor in the morning type thing or anything?
As far as I know, we're just gonna keep it the way it is.
Yeah, I think we can only have 5. Isn't that the legal limit?
Under state law.
It's 5.
Five.
It's all regulated by the state, not
Right.
through the village.
It's completely
Right.
controlled by, yes.
If we got a second liquor license, I know I have a tenant, the Centerville property, we have a tenant, and it's a dual building. And I know he's getting a second liquor license and doing 5 more on the other side.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. If
Yeah,
you were
I
gonna
don't know.
split that license because you had two
Yeah.
LLCs, if you were
Yeah.
gonna
It's something we could look at. I mean, if it's,
revenue.
yeah, say if the revenue works, if the model works, yeah, for sure. We're all about the revenue. I mean, we're a publicly traded company, we're first shareholders, so.
Anything else, guys? Appreciate you guys stopping by, and I suppose Steve and I will be talking to you tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll get everything taken care of.
Once again, I want to thank you. I've grown quite fond of Kappa, and I have to tell you, it does not bring me pleasure leaving the community. It'll always be special for me.
Thanks, Chuck. When the guy with no station from the other side, it's been very, very hard to get him to let go. So, I do understand.
Thank you.
We're welcome to stick around or you can take off if you'd like.
Your sister's a good friend of mine.
Oh,
Tell
we
her,
have
tell her. It's Ucky. If my stuff is buzzing, it's Ucky, believe me.